What's going on, y'all? It's Tony Coles. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove back.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama's.
Sir. All right, y'all. We got Tony Coles jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What's the word, man? What's the word?
Man, I'm coolin', bro. I ain't got no complaints. How you feeling?
Man, blessed by the best, waiting on the rest.
Man, come on, bro. That's the best way to be.
Man, for sure.
Yes, sir. Man, welcome to the porch, bro.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. We just said this is my big mama porch, man.
Yeah,
This
man.
Granny and them porch.
Yeah,
so
man, this granny
where to
porch,
be.
man. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself at home, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So, first of all, shout out to Bubba. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bubba, bro.
Shout
Bubba
out to
Love.
Dirty Glove, Bubba.
It's all right here, man.
Yes, sir.
all
Nah,
right.
man, that's family right there. Bubba connecting them dots, you know what I'm saying, making this happen. I'm definitely glad to be sitting across from you to be able to have a conversation with you and, you know, Bubba family, so
For sure.
you family.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, Tony Coles, we hear your name so much. We hear your drop on BigXthaplug's songs, and you know, and your name has become a household name. You know what I mean? As we've been hearing your production, you giving Big X the soundtrack to tell the stories that he's been telling. But I wanted to make sure that everybody that's watching this knows that, but I definitely want to tap into your story and get an understanding of who you are and how you even, you know, came to being the prolific producer that you are and that we're seeing today.
Most def, yeah, man. I mean, grew up in church, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people start, but yeah, church has been the main part of my life, good big part of my life. Growing up, learning from the organist, literally just watching him. So the late Reverend Junius, watching him play and just looking at his fingers and all that stuff, and then church, and I'm a huge band nerd. Shout out all the band nerds out there.
Right.
So came from that too. So I'm classically trained and, you know a little bit of theory too, enough to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you know, did that from like 6th grade, really through my freshman year in college. I was in the TCU marching band and all that stuff, man. So that's like the band is always gonna be a part of me. I still get drum feed now on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doom scrolling.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. And you from Dallas?
Yeah, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, okay,
really,
yeah. Shout out to the
niggas
whole.
gonna get on my ass for that. So.
Nah, for sure. Shout out to the whole DFW.
Shout out to the whole DFW, though, for sure.
Yeah, nah, that's what's up, bro. And something that I always say, bro, is that I feel like one thing that is missing in music today is, you know, the church. And I feel like some of the most talented people, whether it comes from the artists or the producers, are the ones that grew up in the church and come from that background.
So many talented, so many blessed musicians in the church, from the church. Like, I've seen some crazy dudes, but they, you know, a church in Timbuktu, but they just got the meanest instrumentalists. So being able to grow up around that and see what they do and take that and formulate into something great like this is, I'm glad I've been, you know, the instrument to do that. Real talk. So.
What influenced you at a young age to want to, you know, learn how to play different instruments and to, you know, be so deep into the music as you are?
Well, my dad's a drummer. You know, he's a drummer for the church. He plays piano and bass as well. My mom was a choir director, and so, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had choir rehearsal. About, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, heavy in the church, but with them being part of the music department, that's really what got me really into it. And I have a lot of other family members that are also musically inclined as well. So just always being around that, it was inevitable, you know what I'm saying? So just watching them and, you know, of course the music they listen to too, like that was a big part, big part of that, just listening to, you know, like people like Michael Jackson, James Brown. To be honest, I didn't really listen to rap music like that growing up, to be honest. I probably wasn't until like maybe 2014, 2015, I started like listening to rap music for real. Like, let me think, like Kanye's Graduation. Like I just heard that for the first time like a month or two ago.
Oh, word.
So just to put it into perspective for you, like, like this is really just off the muscle, you know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
I ain't really took from, you know, from the hip hop realm anyway.
Yeah.
Just took what I did, you know, got from the church or, you know, got from what we listened to. Like I said, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Zapp and Roger, Stevie Wonder, can't forget him. You know, those greats and stuff like that. Really listen to them, taking away from that. So.
And at a young age, were you aspiring to be an artist, or were you always knowing that you would be a musician / producer?
Musician for sure. I remember, like I said, being in band. Like I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be like a Tony Royster Jr. You know, playing all these concerts for great people. But I guess just actually going through it, and once I got into college, and like I said, I did the TCU marching band, so I kind of saw what they had to do as far as music education and doing all that. And I was like, I don't know, it didn't seem like a path that I wanted to do that would, you know, put money in my pockets,
Yeah.
if you want me to be honest with you. So from then I was like, all right, I guess I'll just do business and communications, you know, still get a degree. But I only went for 3 years before I, you know, really started doing this, linking with X and all that stuff. So
Okay.
I still got a year. I might still go back, but you know, it's all in the future. So
Word. And at what point were you introduced to actually making beats and being a producer and knowing that was the road that you wanted to go down?
Man, it's crazy because what year was that? I believe that was, I want to say 2016, 2017. My homeboy, one of my drummer partners in band, he would make these real like intricate rock songs on his GarageBand on his phone. I'm talking real, like it would sound just like the rock song. And obviously I didn't want to make rock music, so I was like, okay, let me try like making like beats on here. So like I said, Ray Shrimmer, the first beat I redid was Look Alive, Mike Will. And I did that on my mom's phone because I didn't have a phone till like 2017.
Right.
So, or a smartphone till like 2017. So I did that on my mom's phone, and I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of clean. So I started making beats on like the Chromebook and everything, and that's really what, you know, it snowballed from there. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to dive into it, figure this out, okay. And eventually, I would say probably like 2019, I was like, all right, let me take this seriously for real. Let me see if I can really make something shake out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
And it seemed like it just came natural to you?
hell yeah, like especially, you know, like I said, being in church and being around musicians, I was like, all right, no, I'm gonna do something with music. And I knew working a 9-to-5 just wasn't really my stilo. So
Yeah.
I knew I was always gonna be around that, and that's really what, you know, all that together just really, you know, all that compiled together really just, you know, came out how I was supposed to, dog. So,
Now you did competitive band.
yeah, very.
Can you break down exactly what that is?
Okay, so I did what we call core style. So you know there's show style like the HBCUs and all that. I did more core style. You know, it's a little more militant. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of how we did it. I went to Richland High School in North Richland Hills, Texas. And so down south for sure, like how football is competitive down there, band is the same exact way. Very, very competitive. And just doing that, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I miss doing it, but it was, how I say it, it was a big part of my life, a real, real big part of my life that I think without it, shout out to Evan Blackard, my percussion director back in high school, if you see this, but a lot of his teachings and everything just from band really helped formulate, you know, how I decide to do my drums or what pocket is the right pocket for a certain vibe or certain groove we doing or that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So big influence along with, like I said, church and all that stuff.
Right. And so you start making beats and actually taking it seriously. Now, did you have like a specific sound, or did you know, when you first started, like was there a certain niche that you were in when you were making the beats, or was like everything sounding different? Like what were you?
So like I said, like at first it was just me trying to recreate beats to see like, okay, what are these people doing? And I don't know, just really like getting my toes dipped in there, you know what I'm saying? But then after a while, it did formulate to like all the old schools that I like to listen to, that I grew up on. I was like, okay, what would it sound like if I put like hip hop drums on it? You know what I'm saying? And that's eventually how like Levels, you know what I'm saying, with I can't remember that group name. But anyway, how Levels came about, like that was me just really just making a beat. And what's crazy about that beat I did like 2 years before I even knew who X was.
Oh wow.
Real talk. So that was literally just me like you left me for somebody else now. I must and then chopping that up and then trying to make a beat out of it. Like, I didn't even know somebody had already, I think Usher did a version to it or something like that. Like I didn't even, it's like this is genuine raw stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's really how it actually came about.
Word. So you started chopping up soul samples and sort of making that your niche.
Yeah, that was definitely a go-to at the time. Of course, you know, I like piano, so piano style beats and those type of things. But for sure, as far as the sampling goes and how a lot of that sound came to be was just me just really wanting to take what I grew up listening to, you know, and then taking that like, you know, how can I make this contemporary?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And when you first started making beats, were you starting to work with artists and give them your beats, sell your beats? Like, were people taking you serious with it?
It was a grind for sure. Like I said, 2019 was when I, you know, just for myself was like, okay, let me take it seriously while I'm working and going to school and all that stuff. I'm saying, hey, let me do this outside of that. And you know, of course, I lost some friends doing that, and you know, because one thing I realized for sure when you want to take this shit seriously, it's like you got to dedicate at least a year of cutting off partying, cutting off, you know, if you smoke weed, cutting that off, or just a whole bunch, all the extras.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So doing that, like I just, I just really, my bad, my mind just went blank.
No, you good. You just locked in.
Yeah, no, I'm locked in.
You just locked in, yeah.
But yeah, just doing all those things and wanting to take it seriously. Hold on, my brain.
No, you good. I mean, you just locked in for like a year, just cut everything out and just
locked in for a year straight up, just wanting to. All right, how can I get out of making chicken and flipping burgers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So along with that, I was just trying to figure it out, and I wasn't really working with any artists for real. It was really just me trying to, okay, how can I make this good so it's something that people will want to buy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was literally the whole grind right there. And then of course once I met Bubba, like I ain't gonna lie, that's when a lot of shit changed for me as far as even just trying to sell my beats or lease my beats for a little $200 or get a session, and all those kind of things. And because I knew I would have to record to get beats off. Like that's something you're gonna have. That's like you have to learn how to do that in order to really like go off in this shit for real. Like to lock in with artists. Like, hey, I record too, and you record my beat. And you know, at the time it was like $200 a beat. $60 for a session. Yeah. Quick little 5 on it, 3 on it. You know what I'm saying? Just every now and again trying to, but you know, locking in for that year for sure. Like, really is what was needed. And I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad Bubba gave me that opportunity. You know, to do that. So.
Yeah. And how'd you end up meeting BigXthaplug?
Through Bubba Love, man. For real. He was I promise you, bro, I'll never forget the night, bro. It's low-key scary. Like, what ifs are always scary, but I'll never forget that night, man. It was, I was working at Buc-ee's.
Okay.
And I had to be at work at 6 in the morning, so I'm like, man, do I want to go to this late-ass show? It was a hole-in-the-wall show. More people on stage than there were in the crowd. And I got there and I met Bubba. I was like, you Bubba, right? You know, I was looking him up on Instagram. He's like, yeah, bro, how can I get beats to X? He said, yeah, just send them to me. I said, okay, bet. He said, you hard? I said, yeah. I said, yeah. So he's like, yeah, just send them to me, man, and I'll get them to him for sure. And then, you know, X pulled up, he did his show. I got a you know, a picture with him. Told him it was for my homegirl, but it was really for me. But no, I got a picture with him, and then I think like a week or two later, I pulled up to DGB in Dallas, and was just cooking in the next room. I didn't really talk to nobody up there. I just went in there and cooked up, and I think the first song I heard was The Dream. Wishing on a star to follow where you are. So like, I heard that through the wall, and he was looping it over and over. I'm like, oh shit, you finna get on that hook. And so I was like, it was like probably a pack of 15 beats. So Badu flows in that beat. The Dream, the one I just said. Levels was in that pack as well. So really from there, and you know, it just popped off. And then it's crazy because at that time I was just learning how to record for real, and Bubba came in the next room. He was like, all right, bro, you want to start recording them? I said, oh shit, I'm gonna try. I probably recorded one person before that, like just for practice. So X is really like the first person I ever recorded too. So that's also just a crazy ass thing to think about. And like I said, like I always think about the what ifs, man. It's low key scary. Like what if, you know, somebody, like if he blew me off, or if I didn't go because I wanted to be at work on time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So.
Yeah, or what if you wouldn't have what if you would have let your ego not allow you to go and speak to Bubba to then get that opportunity?
Exactly, all the what ifs, bro. Like it's, like I tell you, it's scary to think about, but I'm blessed beyond to have made those decisions, man.
Nah, for real. And you connected with X like at such a pivotal time in his career because I mean he was building his buzz, but I mean you made it to his first album, and I mean that song Levels is like one of his breakthrough songs.
Double platinum. Yeah. No, bro, it's crazy. Like we were talking about it probably a few months ago, maybe a year ago now, really. Like how I didn't realize how early on in his career I was. I thought, you know what I'm saying, at the time I'm coming from my four walls in my apartment, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, anything is big to me, you know what I'm saying? So I see him doing his thing, and my homegirl actually was the one who showed me, I think it was Big Stepper, he showed me a video of Big Stepper. I'm like, damn, I already got a few beats like that. Let me see how I can connect with him and stuff like that. So when I finally connected with him, I didn't know how early on it was. He was like, we figured it out, it was probably 9 months after he got signed with UM. So when I found out, I was like, oh shit, like, I really did come in this shit like early for real. So that kind of helped with my perspective on, man, I really just did some shit, especially having my own sound and us making our sound together, with his great voice and what I have on my beats, and that coming together, like, bro, that, like, I don't know, bro, I get chills thinking about it, bro, sometimes, man, because it's just like, that shit just, it's crazy. Bro.
Nah, for real. And from that, you become his go-to producer.
Yeah, bro.
And like you said, like with his voice, you know, being so deep and what it is, and then the combination of his voice with your soulful beats, it's like the perfect match.
Bro, I've always, you know, when he started, he was on the slower beats too. Like, I always had a vibe for that slow bounce, and then, like I said, with his voice just coming in, it's just the sonics of it it's undeniable, bro.
Yeah.
The sonics of it is just undeniable. So like, I'm grateful to have made a sound, especially a sound that I personally like. You know, there's some producers, they'll be making beats, but they may start off with somebody that's not really in their kind of vibe, but they kind of go with it because that's what's gonna bring them the opportunity, bring them that. But I'm glad I've been able to actually make a full lane with him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all a brotherhood too, bro. That's what makes it even better. Like, the circle is very small. Yeah. The 600 circle is really small. We in-house, everything's in-house, bro. Yeah. So, and the fact that it is like that, it makes it easier for us to work logistically and, you know, creatively. Yeah. So.
And that song Badu Flow on that album, Amar, goes crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's one of my personal favorites for sure. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, man. That was actually the first song, like when Bo was like, you want to start recording them? That was the first song I recorded, like, for real with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like on Pro Tools and all that stuff too. So that was like it was like a practice run, but it came out great. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's what's up. And what is your guys' creative vibe like, you know, when you got like does he come to you with ideas and then you cook up like right there on the spot, and you like, have you guys built any beats together from ideas that he's brought or that you maybe have brought?
It's crazy you bring that up, because I think this last trip that we did in Palm Springs was the first time we actually kind of cooked up a beat with him. It's one song that's gonna be on this next album he's got coming out. But that was the first time we actually cooked up together on a beat with me. And there's 2 other producers like in the circle, Band Play, shout out Band Play, Charlie Cooks, love y'all niggas. That was the first time we ever really like cooked up with him. But usually what it is like he trusts us a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when we go to those camps or I go to his house or the studio or whatever, like he already knows we're gonna deliver. Like it's literally, hey Tony, play some beats. One beat, second beat, okay, let's do it. And he would start writing. Like that's really what it's been for the majority of the time I've been in play.
Yeah.
That's literally how it's been. And I personally like it like that because it's natural and it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very,
just organic?
yeah,
or?
thank you. It's very organic that way. And so like, you know, a lot of artists, they'll have 50, 11 songs and they pick from those 40 and put 12 on the album, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, literally what it is like, what he records is what's put out. Besides the country stuff, that was a little more intricate, but as far as the like 80%, 90% of the music that comes out is literally, all right, bro, play a beat.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, being able to actually make a beat with him on this last trip, like him actually being there as part of the creative process of the beat, that was actually cool to see too.
Yeah.
He also took his first outside hook, which was crazy. So, you know, we're definitely on some trying new things and trying to expand the sound, but staying true to what we've already created. So, hell yeah.
No, for sure. And then you guys created a vlog where you guys showed the process of recording therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And what was really dope about that to me was the fact that that song is a concept. It's not just, you know, verses on a beat, but it's like a true concept. And then to see you guys really build and develop that concept right there with you doing the voice of the therapist and all of that. How much fun was that to put together?
It's always, I ain't gonna lie, it's always a good time making music with this dude, bro. But that one was really cool because at first he was gonna have like his girl do it or something like that. But when he heard the beat, he was like, I want something like back and forth, like people talking back and forth, but I don't know what. I don't know what back and forth I want. I just know I want somebody talking back and forth. And so he, you know, like I said, how he always does, you know, play the beat, he just gets to writing. He's like, okay, I think I know what I want to do. So he just raps it, right? So all the parts where it's like, well, I see, so you still smoking squares. Like he kind of rapped all that part together, but then he had me come in and kind of fill in those parts. But he's like, all right, can you just talk like a therapist? I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. So doing that and that whole, I ain't gonna lie, that whole session is cool, and it's great too because we're hardly ever in a real studio. Like from the vlog, you see we was in the B&B.
Yeah.
All of our songs are literally in the B&B. Like there's probably like maybe 5-10% of the music that we do is actually at a studio.
Yeah.
So doing that, it just makes the whole vibe just so natural and so close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a very, very fun one to do, and I'm glad it went how it did. You know what I'm saying? And when we, you see on the vlog, like when we were playing it, we go,
yeah, I was going crazy.
Yeah, for real. So, man, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, like, that was a fun one, bro. That was a fun one. Thinking about that, that was what was it at? It was in Tennessee. It was in Tennessee when we were doing that.
Yeah, y'all was doing it, and y'all like, yeah, this is about to be one of them ones. Like y'all knew what it was about to be.
For sure, especially because you know it's different when you. Like for me, especially like when I'm recording, it's kind of like I have kind of like a different brain, different ears, because I'm listening for different things. So then when you listen to it in context and on the speakers, not just the headphones, it's like oh shit, we just did some shit for real.
And then you have a great chemistry with the other members of 600 ENT. You got Rosama, you got Young Hood, you got Murder Gang PB, you know, and from songs that you guys have done on the, what was the first Sixers mixtape?
Meet the Sixers.
Yeah, We the Sixers. Yeah, like Meet the Sixers. Like on that project, you know, there are so many songs that you produce that, you know, are really dope. Young Hood, I actually, from the camp, he's the first person that I had on the porch. And I really like that song, Dirty Dog.
Yeah, Dirty Dog, it's crazy, bro. We almost didn't have that song come out because it was on my old hard drive. And so it was one of the ones with the disc. And so I had to go, like it like messed up, and I had to go to Best Buy, and it was a whole thing, bro. But I'm glad we could get that one out. That was like I said, that was another one that's Isaac Hayes. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody I listened to growing up. You know what I'm saying? That I just loved. I don't know. I just wanted to hear a rap beat over. It's just groovy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that one, I'm glad we got to. Yeah, Dirty Dog. I'm glad we got to do that hell for sure.
Yeah, nah, that's definitely a dope joint. But can you just talk about the chemistry that you even had with the other members in the camp?
For sure, bro. It's like I said, bro. It's all a family, man. We all trying to help each other. Even like now, as I'm growing, and you know, they always ask me for beats and everything. I'm like, I'm working, bro. I'm working. I got you. It's like it's not no man. This nigga ain't sending me no beats. He yada yada. No, it's like it's real life, like a family, bro. So they know, like, I'll still want to see them shine, even if I don't send them beats right when they want to. Like it's family first. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of our relationship we have right now. You know, we go to each other kids' birthday parties and stuff like that. You know, so it's real over there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't just niggas doing shit. Right. Like it's real life. It's real life here. You know,
how do you decide who gets what type of beat? You know, like, cause are there, like, do certain members in the team like a certain sound that you deliver, or like how do you decipher who's gonna get this particular beat?
What's interesting about that is, since I do have my own particular sound, and that sound has really become the X sound, it kind of formulated to my sound is just like, if I give him a beat, it's just a big X beat. I'm like, no, it's not a big X beat. That's just something I could cut. Cause me, I'm the type of person where it's like, I can have a direction, I can have a brief, but it's like, I just be cooking up, to be honest. And then whatever I got is what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they could be like, oh, bro, that sounds too much like X would get on there. I'm like, oh, that's not how I hear it, but okay. But, so I just go through what I got with them. So I know, like, their strengths and all that stuff, and not their strengths, but their forte. But like I said, it's real. Like I said, everything's natural over there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everything's real organic. Like, there's no forcing anything over there. Like, it's really just me just cooking up and just trying to see what they like, and like, whatever sounds good, bro. If it sounds good, it's gonna go. Yeah. Not, oh, this is a PBB. Oh, this is a Rosama beat, a Kane beat. Like, it's none of that. It's just, if it sounds good, if you rap good on it, which I hope you do, because it's a fire beat, then it's gonna go.
Right.
Point blank.
And I forgot to mention Kane, the young
Kane,
lady that's on the team.
And then Kevin got bands too. He's on the roster as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Rosama's "Show Me the Money" with Mexican OT.
Ooh,
that's another one.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Do you remember recording that song? Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember recording that one. They don't record it at the same time, him and OT. Okay. I think we just sent the open to OT, and OT, he hopped on that whole quick, you know what I'm saying? But that one was cool too, because literally how it happens is it'll just be a random day. Like, there's no set, okay, we're gonna record these days a week, and this schedule, and it's literally, hey bro, you at the studio? Hey bro, you record me? Even though I don't really record right now, I'm trying to retire out of that. I'm trying to just produce more. But they're like, hey bro, you can record? Like, it's just random. So that day it was like, hey bro, I'm coming to the studio today in like 3 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. And I'm like, okay, I got some beats, but let me just cook up a few more. And so literally the first one I cooked up that day was that beat. And I was like, just played it, and that, it just started writing.
Yeah.
Like I said, real organic. So
Now I feel like when it comes to X, the song Texas was a song that like really defined things for him.
sure.
But then The Largest, I feel like that was a song that you was hearing like bumping, out of everybody's car. You was, what I mean? You was hearing everybody playing The Largest. And I mean, I was seeing like in the NFL, like teams, players coming out to that song, and that was like an anthem.
It's an anthem, bro. It's an anthem. And like I said, bro, I think organic's gonna be the word of the interview, bro.
Yes, sir.
That one was, everything's organic. Like, to be honest, like, okay, I love War. Slipping in the darkness. Like, love War. But the crazy thing is, I didn't like the loop at first. Like, I knew I liked the sample. But I was just like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool, but I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
And we was in Houston when we did this too. It was just me and band playing in the studio. I did the loop, threw the loop to him. He put his drums on there, and then sent it to the next room. And Ro writes some of his hooks and everything. So Ro, wrote the hook and everything, and so he recorded it. And with a lot of what we've done is like we never know what's gonna be what. You know what I'm saying? It's just, okay, let's just make some good shit. So having that one go crazy and us not really knowing is like, oh man. And me not even liking, like, starting it off, picking the type of sample, I was like, I don't know, to be honest, bro, I don't even know why I didn't like how I chopped it. I don't even know why I didn't like how I chopped it, but over time, my ears kind of got adjusted. I'm like, okay, cool. This whole hard. So
now being somebody that you in your 20s still,
yeah,
right?
I'm 26.
Yeah. So, and the soul samples that you're pulling are songs that came out well before
My parents.
You know what I mean? Like, so how are you able at such a young age to find these soul samples, and like how how are you going about how are you going about finding these songs that I wouldn't, or a lot of people wouldn't expect somebody your age to even be up on and be into?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I said, a lot of these songs are songs I would listen to growing up, because like I said, there was no Tupac in my house, there was no NWA in my house, there was no rap or anything. There was probably barely a little bit of R&B in my house, mostly gospel, 70s, 80s music, you know what I'm saying? So it comes from that, and then I ain't gonna lie, bro, I just got an old soul too, so I dig all the just real groovy, you know what I'm saying? Just if it hit, this is why I tell people I'll be in the other producers I'll be in the studio with. I said, if it hits this bone right here, that bone, if it hit that right there, that means it got something. So I'll just take that from what I listened to when I was a kid, and just bring it back for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how a lot of that shit comes about for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the 6WA, the compilation project that came out a few months back, has a West Coast theme to it, and you're actually listed as a feature and the producer on the Sixers Party song with Snoop.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
That was definitely another fun one. So Ro, amazing writer, awesome writer. He had the beat already. He's like, man, y'all, we got a lot of harsh on here, but we need something that's gonna be a little more, a little more smooth, a little more vibey. And then so he had the idea, like the kind of like Nate Dogg-esque kind of vibe and stuff like that. And I was recording him, and like, I mean, he can hold a note, you know what I'm saying? He can hold a note, but he's like, man, hey Tony, you wanna sing this? I was like, hell yeah, I'll sing it. So, that's really how that started. Looks on my face, folks on the ride, outside every day. So have him sing, he's like, oh snap. Oh yeah, we gotta get everybody coming in, because like I said, we do it at B&B's. So people would come out their room or on the game, you know what I'm saying? oh yeah, we all gotta start writing. We all gotta start writing because that sounds like something they
Yeah.
cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I love our process, bro. Like, cause it's literally, it's just organic, bro.
Yeah.
Word of the day. Word of the day, organic.
Yeah, nah, for real, for
So
real.
that was, like I said, that was a fun one.
And
That was
then
a fun
getting the legend, the OG,
Yeah,
Snoop
yeah,
on the
yeah,
song,
yeah.
and
Snoop,
then the
D-O-double-G.
music video.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, what
whole
was that
vibe.
like being able to work with Snoop and meeting Snoop and connecting with him?
So I actually didn't get to meet Snoop. I was supposed to at his club, but I had to go drop someone off first at their hotel, and I was gonna meet them there, but I guess he had already left before I got there, so I never actually got to meet him. But nonetheless, being on the same song as him is already a blessing within itself. So I'm glad I'm able to, see my name with such a great name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that speaks volumes to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's really all that matters. I'm not really big on, I'll pop it, but I'm not really big on just trying to be, oh, I met him and trying to front and all that. Nah, I'm not really with that. So I'm glad just to be able to just have that name alongside mine, and I just know that I did something great. You know what I'm saying? Sound good doing it.
Nah, for sure. And you definitely gave the song justice. Like that hook is
Appreciate
crazy.
you. No autotune, by the way.
Yo, so who are some producers that you've looked at and have been inspired by in the game, or that you even wish to work with?
To work for sure. Shout out Quincy Jones. Shout out Quincy Jones.
Yes,
like
sir.
he, obviously that's a great right there. If I had the chance to meet him, I actually got to meet
R.I.P.
his
to
son.
Q.
Yeah, R.I.P. for sure. I got to meet his son one time, but
QD3.
yeah, Q3. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. He's a legend in the game too, bro.
Yeah,
If you
for
ever are able to sit with him and listen to some of the stories that he has, QD3 has literally been a part of every aspect of hip hop culture, from early on in New York to being in LA, working with Pac, to working with Wayne.
Yeah, and that's something I'm kind of at. That's kind of where I'm at right now with this, because like I said, I kind of came into this like really not knowing a whole lot of history. I would say, like, I know enough history from back in the day, like, to know who Quincy Jones is and all that stuff, like, just to give an easy example. But like, as far as like I was just at a studio the other day and we were talking with my dude Rush, and he was asking me, hey, you know who this writer is? I said, I don't know who that is. He was like, oh, bro, you ain't gonna lie, you gotta know who this is. And like, I don't know, just how I think is like it'll be good to like know these people, but I want them to know me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that it's good to study, and then there's politics and yada 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 yada. But at the end of the day, I'm just really focused on what I got going.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like me not knowing who this writer is for Beyonce's biggest hit back in 2004 is, or whatever like that. Like, that's cool and everything to me, but I don't know, I just be really focused on me and trying to make shit work for me, bro. So,
No, for sure.
like, I mean, I want to work with everybody, bro. I don't care if you're the biggest producer in the world, smallest producer in the world, bro. Like, if we can make some good vibes, bro, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say there's anyone I will really want to work with. I mean, Metro, Mike Will, Zaytoven, heavy hitters like that, like, that would be cool, but I don't know. I just like making music, bro. That's what we're supposed to do, bro. It's supposed to be natural like this.
Yeah.
It's not really supposed to be work with this person. He wrote for this and produced for this, and you know what I'm saying. I feel like that kind of guides things too much rather than just being here.
Yeah, it's like, again, our buzzword of the day, like what organic situations can come about.
Thank you.
To that where you can just create some amazing art.
Right, exactly, and that's what we're gonna get the best stuff out of. Bro.
Yeah, no.
Real talk.
Now, later on down the road in your career, when people look back at your career, what do you want people to say about your impact on music? Or what do you want your impact on music to be?
I just want people to know and realize, like, man, this dude can really like touch everything for real. Like, that's why I have like greatest producer in the world. Even though I may not be known or have the followers or yada yada, everything people actually be worried about and stuff. Like, I just want to know. Like I can touch everything, bro. I'm trying to do some K-pop stuff right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, trying to dabble in that, and then like whoever I'm in the room with, I'm gonna have some type of, even if it's not musically, some type of maybe personal impact or something like that. And as I grow, you know, and as the world moves, I want to just be able to, you know, help move it. You feel me? So, and whatever I got to do that, I feel like that's my role. And I want people to realize that about me, musically and personally. So. Yeah.
And I know that you produced I Hope You're Happy, which was Big X stepping into the country realm and doing a song with Darius Rucker. Which is you doing what you're talking about wanting to do, which is step outside the box and be able to show that you can tap into any genre or any style of music.
Exactly. So like that right there, like how the country album came about is crazy because I feel like, if I can remember correctly, I feel like we kind of knew we were gonna do something outside of hip hop, but it wasn't until we seen bro on an interview saying, yeah, we're gonna be doing a whole country album with this person, and we're watching the interview like, oh, guess we're doing a country album. You know what I'm saying? So, but being able to have that thrown on you like that, I'm not even gonna say thrown on you, but thrown on you like that, like, oh yeah, we can knock that back.
Yeah.
And even though I didn't have, you know, I guess the majority of the songs on there, I was still able to, you know, make the good hits off of that and make good quality music off of that. And that's something I'm grateful for that too, bro. Like being able to experience that, meet the people I met, you know, and being able to touch them musically or personally as well. So, you know, from the stuff that we don't see in the algorithm and from the stuff we don't see on, you know, in the numbers and all that stuff matters to me just as much as the algorithm and the numbers, you know. So.
Absolutely. For people who look at you and look at your career, and you know how it is when people from the outside looking in, they see someone who's amassed some success, and it looks easy. It looks like, you know, at the snap of a finger, this happened. Can you speak on some of the challenges that you faced through your career and, you know, getting to where you are now, but then also as you push to continue to move to different heights?
As things go on, bro, it's like there's always gonna be ups and downs. There's always gonna be challenges and everything. I feel like my biggest challenge is like the competition I have with my mental. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I mean, I get bogged down. Even now, like it's like, man, I feel like I could have did this better, or I could have spent my time better here and all that stuff. So I would say a great deal of that's been, I think, my biggest challenge. Obviously, I can work with it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, the mental battle is probably the biggest challenge of it all, and not even just then or up until now, but just going through all this. It's because it's a lot too, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely probably my biggest challenge. Is just okay, how can I not necessarily make myself feel better, but like not think of certain things in a certain way as bad, but think of it as more of like a lesson, or you know, because I'm like I said, I'm not like I said, but I'm an overthinker, bro. I overthink a lot too, which is good and bad. But I just think that's the part. I think that's my biggest challenge for real.
Yeah.
Is just that mental battle of just, all right, let's not let this deter us from the goal. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's all just up here sometimes. So that's I ain't gonna lie, that's probably my biggest challenge back then and going forward for sure.
Through your experiences thus far, what would you say is one of the most valuable lessons that you've learned?
Being myself for real. Not trying to look at what's come before or who's around me, but more so just trying to just really, really, really hone in on being yourself, being authentic, being organic.
Organic, yes sir.
So that's something that I've definitely taken away, and I would say this music thing's definitely helped me find myself more and more day by day. You know what I'm saying? And just staying true, bro. Staying true, staying one accord with self. So that's one thing I say I'll take away from this shit for sure.
Right. And it seems like with each day passing, more and more people are using AI and relying on AI for everyday tasks, creative tasks. I feel like if I see another AI flyer, I'm gonna throw up.
If I see another AI flyer, bro, I swear, bro, that shit be killing me. Them flyers be going, bro.
Oh man.
Just draw that shit.
Them AI flyers is going platinum right now.
Yeah, for real. They the ones going
Straight up.
AI flyers going platinum is crazy.
But
yeah.
with AI being such a big thing right now, do you fear that it's gonna take away from the authenticity and the organic, aspect of creating music?
If we let it, you know what I'm saying? If we let it, but I it's good and bad, bro. Cause I can see if you want to use it like Suno, like if you want to use Suno to like make a demo or kind of help get an idea out or something like that, especially if you're more like a up and comer or something like that, or intermediate kind of artist, producer or whatever. It's like, it's cool, but it shouldn't just blatantly be the song.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love swiping cards and stacking chips. I saw you stacking chips.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I love it.
Yeah.
You can't deny something that's hard, something that's good. But as far as like, I don't like it being AI. I was really disheartened like when I heard that it was fully AI.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I hope we don't go in that direction fully. I don't think we ever will for real, because the people inside this shit, they're like no, like there's people that are like we won't even take a AI demo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people might take an AI demo, some of them might not, but like, at the end of the day, you can't deny good music, but it's all about how a person thinks about it. But me, I don't know. I really try to stay away from it. Like it's a good tool to use.
Yeah.
I would say it helps for sure. It's technology. You know, we're moving as far as the world going. But nah, I'm not for no whole song or trying to get the finished product and stuff like that. I feel like it's just more of a tool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like it's a tool that you can use, but you still like whether you're a graphic designer, whether you're an artist, whether you're a producer, an executive, writer, whatever it may be. I feel like there are ways that you can use AI to help as a tool, but I don't feel like it should completely
Be the thing. It shouldn't be the thing.
Right.
No, hell
Yeah.
no. Fuck that shit.
No, for sure. What else you working on, bro? What you got coming up that you excited about, man? That you can speak on.
Like I said, right now, we got X is gonna drop another album as soon as possible. We're in the mixing process of that right now, so I'm excited for that. Really, right now, I'm in kind of a networking period where it's like a lot of just trying to get my hands on and elbows rubbed with a lot of producers and stuff like that, and really just taking it. I'm really just taking it day by day, Bucko. I ain't gonna lie, taking it day by day. Like I said, there's some K-pop stuff I'm trying to get in on, and just really just working on myself for real, man. Like there's the music part, but there's also the self part, And I kind of, this past year, I kind of realized, okay, I got to really get back to like my life too, because with the life part and the experiences part, that's what's gonna help the music part. You know what I'm saying? I think for the longest time, for the past 2-3 years, it was a lot of music and not enough life. So a big part for me is kind of getting back to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like from that, it's gonna help aid my musical career and who I work with and who I'm around and whatnot. But yeah, definitely just trying to get in with more producers, like I said, big, small. I'm just trying to make the world a better place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One day at a time. That's what's up, man. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Man, shout out mama.
Yes, sir.
No, shout out mom, shout out my pops, man. Shout out my whole family, the 600 family. Shout out Bubba. Shout out, really, I ain't gonna lie, how about this? Really shout out every person that I've ever come into interaction with. If we've had some type of interaction, big or small, you have been a great help to me, who I am, and my music. So God bless you, and thank you.
Yes, sir. Tony Coles.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Ayy, the Lord. Stuffing Cali, put weed in the blunt. Let my little brother roll him a Dutch. My little boy get whatever he want. Madam T don't be asking for much.